Ladies and gentlemen, it's only fair to say that Barcelona are back. 1 second. Barcelona are so back. If you are someone who is a Barcelona fan, it is fair to say that it has not been a fun time in the last couple of years. Despite still some modicum of success in that time period, it is far gone from the greatness in the 2000s and 2010s that we come to expect from Barcelona. The inevitable transition from the glory years of Lionel Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, Busquets, and Luis Suarez and Neymar, and so many others, to transition into this new era, and are they ready for it? And clearly they simply wasn't, and were still connected to the main key part of that puzzle, Lionel Messi. And now, a few years after his departure, they had to settle on life without him, and it's took them a bit of time, but it's looking like they finally found some pieces of that puzzle. Obviously, it's not been on the pitch, but mainly off of it. The financial ties and the complete disaster behind the scenes by the board at Barcelona has led to countless talks more about their financial stability than there is the actual performances on the pitch, and it all comes together in one big mess. Barcelona became a joke where every year they seem to find more embarrassing ways of being kicked out of the Champions League. 2 years of not even being able to get out of their group in the Champions League. One of their greatest players, Xavi, coming for the door and winning the La Liga title back in 2023 was a nice day for Barcelona. However, let's be honest here, they should be more than what they have been. So, comment down below your thoughts on Barcelona, and do you think they have a chance of winning the Champions League this season? Like, subscribe, and for the best football prints, as Christmas is coming up, Mazar Designs, every print made by myself. We've got a few Barca prints, Messi and Ronaldinho, of course, and yeah. And if you're indeed a Spaniard, of course, Oyarzábal's goal in the Euro final is there. Yes, I am an Englishman. Yes, it does annoy me to make that print. So yeah, code Xmas for 15% off all items. Link is down below. It's been a very good season, and especially a very good week if you're a Barcelona fan. Beating Bayern Munich in Champions League 4-1, beating Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu 4-0, smashing them after losing the previous 3 El Clasicos, and of course the entire chaos between the Ballon d'Or with Vinicius Jr. and complete, I still will say it, pathetic behaviour of Real Madrid, to then only have them to lose at home again to AC Milan the following week. Replacing Xavi with Hansi Flick was seen as a bit of a risky move by Laporta at Barcelona, a man that speaks no Spanish and has no previous experience of being in La Liga, with many players that were currently injured and were seen as important. Araujo, Frankie de Jong, Gavi. It was a lot to ask for him, and Flick has got them playing very good, risky football at times, with them playing a high-pressing style, which relies on a lot of confidence and ability on the ball. The likes of Lamine Yamal is incredibly talented and is looking like the man that Barcelona has been begging out for years since the departure of Lionel Messi, and players that we didn't expect to be as good as what they are stepping up, especially Rafinha. I don't know what's happened to him, but he has been on fire this season. The most exciting part for me is the fact that so many of their players are so young still. Lamine Yamal is the main one, 17 years of age, but also Kubasi, another fellow 17-year-old playing at centre-half. And also the man of the match in the El Clasico, potentially, is a 21-year-old academy product called Marc Caicedo, who's barely even played this season, steps up in the El Clasico, and has an incredible performance when called up upon. 6 of the 11 players that went out against Real Madrid and beat them 4-0 was 22 or younger. This is the Barcelona that we know. Barcelona, for me, has always been known for academy products that rises through and goes straight into the first team and becomes staples of the next generation. And you can sprinkle in a few superstars along the way to blend into that youthful product. And that's what we've got here. Oh yeah, and I've not even mentioned They've still got Robert Lewandowski, who despite people thinking that he's fallen off and his age is catching up to him, never underestimate Robert Lewandowski, please. You can make a very solid claim that Barcelona is the most entertaining team to watch in the world right now. I think another team you could put up there is the likes of a Chelsea, where their games are completely mental. Barca plays very high-risk football, high line, which means that they could be found out much more on the counter-attack. But it means that they got so many more options up front, meaning that they typically score either a ton of goals and they can concede some as well. For example, in just the last couple of games, they did lose 4-2 away to Osasuna. Crazy game, and that's the last time that they even lost or drew a game, and that was back in late September. From then, 5-0, 3-0, 5-1, 4-1, 4-0, 3-1, and a 5-2 against Red Star Belgrade last night. They're scoring a ton of goals. Don't forget, back in August and September, they also beat Real Valladolid 7-0 and Villarreal 5-1 away from home and Girona 4-1 away from home. Yeah, Barcelona are back. And I hope this doesn't go on to jinx them. Of course, if you was to ask me who I prefer between Barcelona and Real Madrid, I would always say Barcelona, as I've been to Nou Camp already 2 times. I wouldn't say I'm an advocate Barca fan. I never go out on my way to watch a game. But if I had to pick, I would go for Barca. And one thing that is also funny is that I've had many Barcelona fans come to me in the last couple of weeks saying about how much I must also hate Barcelona. Which is funny as well, because now I've got every single Real Madrid fan also saying that I also must hate Real Madrid. So, football's a weird game, and apparently you just hate everyone if you have an opinion about them. I think it's fair to say that Barcelona has been ran like a complete mess for the last decade. I think decade is reasonable, and I think it's fair to say that, I mean, I can't believe not that long ago that they were playing the likes of a Martin Braithwaite up top, actually taking players from basically relegated sides as a last-ditch transfer and signing players from their clubs, which I found remarkable. And this wasn't even that long ago, by the way. Let us go back to the 2021-22 season, only, 2-3 seasons ago. Their top goal scorers was Memphis Depay and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. They got Adama Traore playing for them on a consistent basis. I mean, this is absolutely mental to look back on now, by the way. Like, in terms of this season for the most appearances, Luke de Jong played 29 games. Luke de Jong played 29 games. He scored 7 goals, to be fair to him. Serginho Dest. It actually is incredible to believe that this was not that long ago. And to see where they're at now, I think is a great credit to what they've done there. And they've relied on their academy, and they've got the best in the world. So absolute credit to Barcelona for what they've done recently. Barcelona had a strike force of Martin Braithwaite, Luke de Jong, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Memphis Depay. Jesus. The most exciting thing at Barcelona right now is by far the new stadium in the way. I mean, look at the pictures that it should turn into. I mean, yes, they are basically being ran through the ground here because of the stadium, but I mean, fair enough. Look at the stadium, it seems worth it, right? In the background at Barcelona, of course, they're still building and renovating the new camp, and it's still being underdone now, obviously, as they're still not playing in the new camp. But when that day comes, if this squad can be ready for when that stadium launches, then this could be a very exciting era for Barcelona. Financially, they're still not by any means through the clear. They've still got many levers to still pull. I believe the situation with Dani Olmo was indeed one of them, which come January, they may need to make sure they get that over the line. And it is good to see that despite no matter where Barcelona are in their status in terms of their financial or even performances on the pitch, La Masia still reigns clear as the best academy in world football by a mile, as a lot of their current success is thanks to that as well. But of course, flowers must be given to the likes of Hansi Flick for getting the absolute best out of Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski right now. Tell me down below what you guys think about Barcelona and how can you see them doing for this campaign. Winning the La Liga seems like it's very much possible, especially as Real Madrid are going through a bit of a tough time right now, trying to blend the balance of their team from the entry of Kylian Mbappe. However, the Champions League still feels like a very long chance. especially as their playing style, despite entertaining at best, can also be incredibly risky at its worst. But that makes it all the more fun. So comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.